So in my last post about this, I mentioned how I feel like the culture has changed, and due to the over
Um, I kind of agree with you. I'm Australian, so we'll start there. So my nation's culture is very different to American culture in and of itself. Um, we are a very happy-go-lucky, very she'll be right, mate, very fair go type culture for the most part. It is starting to shift a little bit, and I do feel like a lot of Americanisms are coming into our culture and stuff like that, which is going to happen, right? When you got the media and stuff like that. But overall, we're very much you do you kind of attitude. Which is why we don't have an anti-Mormon culture here in our country, in the same way that America does. But I will say, I didn't get my tattoos until after I joined the church. I went inactive, and then I had a friend do them, was practicing stuff, and then I got my own tattoo gun and started to do them myself. That's one of them. I designed that myself. Some of the colours I faded, I can't be stuffed. I'm fixing it. It is what it is. The line's there. That's all that matters. That was my first one I ever did myself. So I'm not surprised that there's some issues, right? The only person in my life that has ever been very vocal against my tattoos was my very Catholic grandmother. So not a Mormon, right? No one in the church has balked at my tattoos. When I started to go back to church, I was certainly concerned about that, but no one has said boo. So, I don't know if that's just as the church culture has changed, or that's just an Australian thing that we're like, whatever, we're just happy you're here. Kind of, trust me, there's some people that are bouncy like that. And when new people or people come back to the church and they're just like, girl, I'm going to punch you. You're going to bounce into my face like that, I'm going to punch you. So, but, there's, to me at least, there does seem to be way less judgment, well, at least within the church here, than what I've seen people talk about in America. I'm not saying it doesn't exist at all, but at least for me, I am a single mum. I joined the church as a single mum. I did remarry, and I'm in the middle of my second divorce. And at first, I kind of felt, but now, I know it's just the ward I'm in, I'm feeling very loved and accepted. Tattoos, bright haired, when I can be bothered, be damned kind of attitude. So, yeah, I'm very, I love having these kind of thing, like conversations. Not that it's really a you know what I mean, though. Because I love comparing the cultures between the nations, but we're all one in Christ and we're all one in the church, but we do infuse our own national culture within the church. You got the Pacific Islanders and the Maoris, bringing their culture into it. And a lot of my previous wards are very full of those people. And I miss those wards because, my God. The food. Thank you. Thank you for the food. You know what I mean? Just to start it off with. So I find it very interesting to have these kind of conversations. So, love ya.